Hi guys, welcome to the Investment Guide where we give you honest reviews for all kinds of investment. And again, this is your host, Sir Chubby. And we have a very special guest, Crestine.
Thank
Sis,
you.
how are you?
Very good, and I'm so happy I'm here right now with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming here, especially that she is always traveling because of the business and the many businesses that she does. Tin, can you just give a background about yourself?
I am actually a nurse. I worked in New Zealand for over 8 years, but now I am back here in the Philippines since last year to help our family business, scale up our family business, and pursue my career, another career.
Being a
Online entrepreneur.
okay.
And yeah.
But
yes.
you are really a licensed nurse, right?
Yes, I'm a registered nurse.
And how long? 8 years in New
8
Zealand?
years, but I actually still work as a nurse every
Now and then.
now and then.
Why?
Yes.
Because you enjoy it?
Because yes, I do love it, and I also want to keep my license. It's always like a good career option because you can go anywhere.
Okay.
And
What
yes.
was the reason that you really chose being a nurse in the first place?
My grandma got sick when I was 16, and I looked after her. She had cancer. And I looked after her in the hospital, and she told me that, I think you'll be a good nurse because
How old were you at that time?
I was like 15, and I was also choosing the
Maybe
career.
she was 15, I was maybe 11. Okay. So after that, you
After that, and then I was like, yeah, that's not a bad option. And of course, the practical reason, nurse was booming at that time, and everybody wants to go abroad. So I thought I'm gonna give it a try, and I did love it. I would
then
say.
you traveled to. Did you practice here in the Philippines or do you?
Yes, I did practice for like 2
Here in
years.
Cebu or
Pagadian.
Pagadian? Yeah, that's where the tricycle flies.
Yes.
For how many years? 2 years.
2 years.
Then went to New Zealand. What year?
2009.
2009. Wow. So from there, that's where the journey started. Now, and of course, we're talking about investments. During that time, what were the financial decisions that you had to go through? Because we all know that when people travel or FWs travel, there's a certain cost, no? So, was your family able to afford it, or
Well,
did you go through loan sharks, or?
It wasn't cheap, I remember, and I was very blessed because I had a sponsor.
Wow. A kick hero sponsor?
An employee in New Zealand. That was the time I think nurses were so in demand in
Wow.
2009 New Zealand, and they offer you a loan and you will automatically get a job offer. It's not the same now.
With interest? The loan is with interest?
No interest, but you have to be with them for 2 years.
So like it's a bond. No?
Yeah, there's a bond. A very safe way.
Well, yeah, definitely.
to go.
Did you go through an agency
Yes.
for just people to know?
I did go with an agency.
Just to be transparent about everything, would you advise our co-Filipinos, or especially those who want to be OFWs, the ones who want to save money, that's what we advise you, to go there to save money and invest it here. So would you advise them to go through a agency?
Well, yes and no.
Especially for New Zealand. Yes and no.
Yes
I'm
and
afraid
no. So because agencies, they do really help for me. They gave me a lot of help. But right now there's a lot of controversy. Some agencies, I'm sorry, I'm not naming anybody. I don't know exactly who does it, but some agencies don't disclose the right information, and they
Which
give
are? Can you disclose? Which are?
like the false promises that you study, work, and live in New Zealand without telling you exactly what you need to do, and
Wow.
then,
Ay,
which is sad. But some
Really
agencies are very ethical.
okay.
So
They will tell you that there is a chance that you
Yeah.
cannot be hired. Okay.
yeah, they will tell you the risk. So the best way is to do your research first before you can. I would still recommend agencies if you know exactly what you're going.
Okay.
Because they're a big help.
Okay.
Convenience, of course, you have to
For
pay for
the
the
sake of
service.
paying for convenience and of course comfort, no?
Yeah, and at the same time, because I do interview agencies, they also save you from emotional distress, just in case
Yep.
there's a problem with immigration, because they know exactly how
Who
to
call.
deal with it.
Okay. So going towards New Zealand, what were the first things that you did there? Did you studied?
Yes, I did study for like 2 months
Oh,
just
that's
to
very
get
short.
that's the best pathway for nurses. You don't have to go through a year study.
2 years, some go 2 years, right?
Yeah, 2 years. And honestly, that pathway is a long way. You can go fast, like you can leave Philippines fast, but it will take you a year or two to become a nurse. So
Wow.
I don't recommend that pathway.
And then it's not even assured that you can be hired by a certain hospital or company, right?
Yes, and it's very expensive.
When you were already there, of course, you're already now earning. Most Filipinos, most nurses earn like 6 figure, if I'm not mistaken. No? What were the first big money decisions that you make, or the investments that you took?
So, but of course, the reason why we go to New Zealand abroad is to help our family. So that's what I did. I
Okay.
helped my dad.
So the first investment is a relationship.
Yes.
Which is very important also. People have to understand that as Filipinos, we really invest in our relationships to a certain extent, right? Okay.
Yeah, and of course, my dad spent, even if I had a sponsor, and my dad still spent like maybe around 400,000.
Wow. During what year was that?
2009.
Wow, I was still kinder that time. 2009. Wow. Then after that,
So I have to, it's payback time for me. So I have
so you sort of paid off the utang or the loan
through my sisters.
through your siblings. Then after that,
And then
how long did that take you? Would you say 5 years, 3 years?
so I think 2 years.
2 years? Wow,
So-
that's how fast.
She graduated, luckily she graduated 2011.
Good investment. No?
And my first, of course, I was so excited. I went home my first holiday for her
Okay.
graduation, and that was the most expensive holiday ever.
Because why?
Because for a month, I was able to save money. I did not know anything about investment at that time. I just know how
Your
to save.
investment was just to have fun.
So I did not know how to save. I mean, I know how to save, but I don't know anything about investment. Like,
Okay.
like what I know now, like stock market and all that. So I have my savings. I came home for a holiday. And then I spent my whole savings for 2 years for 1 month, around
Wow.
500,000.
Wow.
Without-
2 months, huh? 500,000. You splurge, in other words.
Without noticing it.
That's the weirdest way to spend money without noticing it. Okay.
Yeah, so that was my...
Did you buy something or?
No, it was just like, hotels with family, our first holiday,
Wow.
dine out. It's really not much. Like I went, like holiday, like did not buy
If
chocolates.
you don't mind me asking, this is something personal. Would you say that, or would you advise our fellow OFWs to at least try that or enjoy that in some way or another, in some form?
I would say it has to be budgeted.
Okay.
Always
Knowing what you
have-
know now.
Yes.
Okay, it has to be budgeted.
You have to, because I also, not just that, I also use credit cards. So, and this is very common. Some OFWs sometimes get a loan just to go for a holiday, and I don't advise that at all. It's a very wrong decision.
Even some people loan money for fiesta, no? Just to celebrate fiesta. We in Bohol do that a lot. So, what was the turning point that made you think that I need to take care of my finances?
Well, that was it. I went back. Most OFWs, we love this term, back to reality. After
Vacation,
after vacation,
splurge,
and back to reality, like the most common Facebook status
back to
after a
reality.
holiday. And I thought, oh my gosh, if I will always do this, maybe 10 years from now I will still be the same.
Okay.
So that was my turning point.
So that was 2 years or 2 to 3 years in your nursing career in New Zealand.
Yes.
Okay. So now that you made that decision, what was the first step that you took? Was it planned or you just sort of research?
So I looked for answers, and good thing I was introduced by my sister to Brother Bo Sanchez.
Oh, hi, Eugenio. Nice, brother.
So, and that was, and I joined Truly Rich Club.
Nice, very good. So you joined probably 2010, 2011.
Around 2011.
11, okay.
Yeah, late 2011.
So what was the first investment that you invested in?
So of course I started investing in the stock market.
Or being a member of PRC?
Yes. So Actually, when I read Gina's book, you know, that red book,
Oh yeah, the My Maids Invest.
I was embarrassed. I'm like, wow, Gina, a helper in the Philippines has more investment than I have.
Okay.
So that I started investing.
Mhm.
She's 25,000. I started with 25,000 pesos.
Bro, did you like have a fixed percentage or a fixed amount to invest every month, or
I actually really followed what he advised, like the 7 jars, how you
Nice,
have
very
to,
good.
70% should be your cost of living,
Yep.
and then
10,
10 is
10%
your
tithe,
tithes, and then
20% for savings?
yeah, so that's
Did
what
you
I-
diversify your savings? Did you put mutual funds, stocks, or purely?
stocks, and then I have emergency funds,
Very good.
and then the freedom fund.
Wow. So during that time, you were doing it as a single person, right?
Yes.
How different was it when you had a relationship already? Yeah.
Well,
Moving forward.
because I got married, of course, and it was actually better. I have more money.
Wow, that's very good news. I hope it's not bad news for the husband though.
It is.
Oh my god.
No,
Okay.
no. Maybe because I was more financially literate, and
Nice.
when he knew me, he was at that point he was single. He's splurging his money as well. So I taught him, like you know what I
Nice.
know. So he trusted me with his money.
Going back towards that, when you got married, no, what were the common struggles? Because a lot of people, no, they say that our relatives outside, murag hayahay kes na no, they enjoy at just diri na snow nga na, but they don't really know what's happening in the life of the OFW ba. So, in your case, what were the struggles that you face as being an OFW, especially when you had a partner na?
Well, I would really say that life, especially in New Zealand, it was very good. Like really, I really enjoyed a great lifestyle in New Zealand, and I can do practically whatever I like, travel, eat the food that I want, and
Wow.
somehow maybe there's this guilt feeling as an
Okay.
OFW that you enjoy all those good things. Although I work hard for it, you know, you get paid per hour, and
Nice.
working as a nurse, I would say it's hard work. Like some days, busy shift, you cannot even eat your lunch, or you cannot even go to the toilet.
Wow.
Like physically exhausting, mentally exhausting, it can be.
Yep. So,
But good thing I enjoy it. But there are just times that
too much.
too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too much for the mind and the body to handle.
Yeah, definitely. So I explained that to my family because I really help as much as I can, like especially my sisters.
How many sisters do you have?
I have 4.
Wow, that's
And the
opposite of
second?
me, no? Oh, I'm also the second in my
Oh,
family.
yeah.
All boys, but I'm the most handsome.
Oh, same.
Handsome, son?
No.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. But anyway, so of course, then the second, and then the third graduated, and then you still have the fourth. No, just
Forget, no?
still
The class
studying.
pa. Yep.
And then our fourth sister, she got pregnant at 18.
Wow, that's nice. I just okay. Okay.
No,
Okay,
so
then what?
of course, I was actually upset at that time. I remembered I was crying when I saw her. She's pregnant. 'Cause she was still, we were sending her to school
Mhm.
at that time, and so she decided she would stop. And
Did she work?
no, she did not work. That's why.
She had to take care of the child also.
So that's how we started the business.
Okay, so that's where they started the shake and slurp. Okay.
We actually tried many things first, and then we
What were the many things? Okay, just mention.
like one of my sister. We tried like because she wanted to go abroad at that time as well, but then she wasn't ready yet.
Okay.
She needs more requirement, and she's a little bit impatient. So I said, okay, do. And then she was upset with me. Why can't I go there in New Zealand? And I'm
Okay.
like, you have to
Have
go
this,
through the
oh.
process. And I said, okay, maybe
Is
you
it
can-
easier, by the way, if there's a relative in New Zealand that you can just have your family come over or work there easier?
it will be easier because there will be someone helping you, but it will not help with the immigration.
Ah,
Of course.
The exams and
Or the
qualifications.
exams and the requirement. I
For the
cannot-
job.
Yeah, so it has to be complied.
Okay.
So we decided,
Did you try some karinderya? Which is,
I
I think
think I
tried
gave
two
her
times.
money. I said, okay, you can start a business or you can use that to go in Dubai maybe if you really want to go abroad or wherever. But she decided to start a cell phone business.
Wow.
Um,
Selling phones.
cell phone, but then she was scammed. It was fake.
Okay.
I think.
China phones.
I think so. And then we actually tried to franchise as well
Wow.
in Manila.
What franchise? If don't mention the brand, but what kind?
It's like a noodle something.
I already know what the name is. Okay. The one
And
that's cheaper?
It was okay, like
Stanley?
300, yes,
I know the brand, okay.
And then after 6 months, we haven't opened.
Were you supposed to open in Manila? Or
Yeah, in Manila.
Okay.
And then there was problem with the location. We decided to have a refund, and then we lost money before we even started.
Wow, that's a very bad business. So then it came that you were able to start the shake and stir business.
So my other sister, she started like printing shop and many things.
Did some of those business actually start, or was it able to at least get ROI, or?
I don't think so, no.
No.
As far as I can remember.
So all of those business you also invested, you were a partner?
Yeah, we are like, we kind of help a
Okay.
little bit. And our dad is very supportive too.
Okay.
He always pushes us to start businesses.
Okay, that's good. So that's one of the key ingredients. A dad that pushes you to start business.
Yeah, without proper guidance, it's not always good though.
Oh yeah, of course. But at least you have
Yeah.
the courage. You're encouraged.
He is actually,
A
yeah.
dubbing entrepreneur.
Mm.
Okay. After that, what year did you start the?
2013.
2013.
I think that was the time. It was just started with this recipe, and then we tried it in one school in Parañaque, in Manila.
It is in Manila, okay.
Yeah, when my sister was there because she worked there as a nurse, and I think call center. And then I think she got pregnant.
For the second time.
No. First.
First.
Mm.
Okay.
And so we took chicken, so we tried it in Pagadian.
Okay.
Small table outside the house.
So more of a standee.
Yeah, it's really like a street shake.
Okay.
But then the packaging was nice, so people start to queue.
Okay.
Nagliliya na sila, tingnan mo, daghan og mga sakyanan.
Wow. That took like how many months?
Just few months.
Wow.
Mm.
Would you say that's because of the location, the packaging, the branding?
It was no branding yet at that time. The location was
High
near
foot
near
traffic.
the school.
Okay. Okay, so foot
So I
traffic.
think food traffic.
Okay. The pricing also.
Yeah, it was good price.
Okay.
Well priced. So
After that, when did you start expanding the business?
So after that, one of my auntie wanted one. She
Okay.
started her one, and then another friend. And
Was during that time, was that a formal franchise, or
No.
really just more, you
Just-
want, or we'll help you?
yeah, nothing like that. So
But you were a part of that expansion. The family was also a shareholder of that expansion, or
no, it's really just wanting to
Wow.
like help, like 'cause the product was good.
Mhm.
And so of course, with Brother Bo's teaching and the Truly
You
Rich
were already
Club,
a TRC member. Okay.
so you have this in your mind
Mindset.
that you can actually grow something,
Yep.
from.
But that time you were continuously investing in the stock market.
Yes, definitely every month.
Okay,
Every
very
month,
good.
I really like
So-
set aside.
So again, there was confidence because you had something very liquid, which is the stocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have, my salary as a nurse is
Yep.
good, and then I can set aside
Then
money.
also continuously give for the business.
Yeah.
Okay. Then when did it start to like grow? Really grow.
So 2000, people are like inquiring, can we franchise? And we're like, we're not really ready yet. So 2015, that's when I decided to, as I always said, look for mentors.
Okay. Very
So-
good. Very
So
good.
I decided to come home and look for a franchise consultant.
So you took a franchise consultant. If you don't mind, how much was the cost?
It's expensive.
Expensive. Okay. So
Very expensive.
But
for
how many
us.
branches did you have during that time? More than
Maybe.
5?
I would
10?
five.
Five. Okay. So earning. Some
Yeah.
branches were break even or really earning.
It was earning, but it's
Okay.
not that big
Big
scale,
yet.
like small scale.
So for the sake of our audience, how many branches do you have right now?
Right now, 43.
Wow, 43.
43.
Mostly in Mindanao, right?
Mindanao, usually it's mostly Zamboanga del Sur,
Or in other words,
South
Pagadian.
Sargent,
Sargent.
and Cebu.
Cebu. So 43 branches. So from 2015 to now 2018.
Mm.
So Can I ask you something very personal? What was the key ingredient or your basis that you were able to say, okay, I can start going home now?
Well, of course, the business was starting to grow. At the same time, we had, I was really like also working on my online career.
Okay, so you were also doing something
Something on the side, like hustling.
hustling also. While you were a nurse, you had a business in the Philippines. You also had an investment,
Yes,
which gave you
investment.
assurance, I would say, or
Yes.
maybe confidence.
Of course, I have emergency fund
Of course. Oh, you also had that emergency fund. Where did you put it? In the bank?
in the bank.
Okay.
So coming home, of course, you have to prepare for that.
Because there will always be times to celebrate with family, right?
Yeah.
After that, you also had a sideline income online.
Yes.
Can you share? You started with TRC, right?
So
As an
affiliate marketing,
Yes,
you
okay.
usually affiliate marketing, earn from different products online, and
Then-
people must know this because it's really a good income stream.
Yep. So after that, you were able to build some really good sideline income. Okay. So, what year exactly did you go home?
2017,
2017
June.
June. Okay.
So,
So now you've been coming back, going to New Zealand.
Back and
So
forth.
that's the fruits of the labor. Since you are already in the franchise business team, would you advise our fellow W's to invest in franchise businesses?
well, yes and no, because I do, again, yes and no, I do interviews. We have a lot of inquiry from OSWs, and I would always tell them you need a team here in the Philippines who will have to manage the business and,
the team
somebody
should
you
be
can,
somebody you can trust, right?
trust. Yeah, very, very important factor.
Okay.
Because franchising, even though the system is there, it's
Even if the brand is
70%,
there, the business is there.
you still have to run it.
Okay. So, but the no side is if there's no person there. Example, what
Yeah.
if the parents are the ones that are
It
here?
depends if they will commit.
If the parents
You
have
cannot
jobs,
force them.
If the parents have jobs,
Well, there is a option to have a manager.
Okay.
But someone you can trust. If you are confident that you can trust that person, then yes, I
yes,
would.
you would advise them. Going forward, Tin, what are the specific strategies or steps will you advise OFWs for them to be able to go home earlier like you?
Well, I would say planning ahead.
Planning ahead.
Planning
okay.
ahead,
So
really.
there should be a really like a timeline.
Yes.
For example, I will go home 2020 something.
Yes, like I actually learned this from you. Every dream should have a corresponding amount.
Oh yeah, very important. Yes.
Remember? So, of course, you gotta have that emergency fund if you decide to come home, and
Okay.
at least a business if that's achievable for you. If you have a family, if you have a team, very
Yep.
important.
So if
And
not, what's the other
if
option?
not, I always say this: 2 T's: a team or technology.
Yes. So
So-
you can choose that also.
Technology, what I mean is you can start a business online while you are working. That's
Yep.
what I did for the last, I think I started
It's either
2016.
you go through affiliate marketing, e-commerce,
Yes.
or have jobs online, sideline.
So there's a lot of ways to earn online. You just have to explore it, and that's
And-
where we are heading, right?
Of course, that's where the business world is going. The economy is going there, going online.
Yes.
Next is,
Next is, of course, I would say you should have investment already.
okay. So
We have a real estate investment, but it was
it was not.
it was delayed. So condominiums is not always like a good. It
Not
can
100%,
be not
yep.
100%. There's
Choose
no
wisely.
assurance. Yeah, you have to choose the developer wisely,
Yep.
and
So
yeah,
that, actually, if you can choose the right one, after 2 years, you can already start earning also.
yeah,
right?
yes,
So of course, the stock market,
yeah, definitely stock market.
one of
It's,
the best. How about mutual funds? Would you?
Well, I have mutual funds too.
Okay.
Mutual
Um,
funds, definitely.
Would you advise them to go for the equity funds or more on the bonds, or depending on their goal as well?
It depends on the goal, definitely. But of course, the stock market, just want to make it clear, the stock market is very risky if you don't have a guide. And I'm so blessed. I have Brother Bo and the Truly Rich Club
Yep.
because it's just so
For people
easy.
that are going to go to the stock market now, they would really be able to say they will be able to say that it's very difficult because the market is down. But that's a good time to invest actually.
Definitely.
But again, just like what Christine said, don't go if there's nobody guiding you.
Yeah, don't go. And with Truly Rich Club, because I am a fan
Yep.
of
Me
Truly
too.
Rich Club because it's like really spoon feeding.
Yep. It's
You know, you
giving
don't have to
everything.
think about it. You just follow instruction. If you can't follow instruction, then you can invest in the stock market with the help of Truly Rich Club.
Of course. And of course, the importance is the internet, right? The
Yes.
internet, just a
Mhm.
laptop. So that's it.
Mm.
So
Even
uh,
if they're OFWs, it's possible even if you are abroad.
okay.
So yeah.
I like to always talk about this, Chris, because a lot of people really talk about the strategies, but would you say it also takes a lot of emotion and mindset for you to start something, for you to go home?
Well, I would say that's the foundation.
Yep.
Foundation, because if you have to have that. I would call it self mastery,
Self-mastery.
and of course, that positive mindset, and that's what I developed with the Truly Rich Club over the years. Because
Would you say that it's also because of the group you are with, whether online, offline,
definitely,
Okay.
yeah, I want to emphasize that having that community of people, even if online, you interact with them.
Mhm.
Most of my friends now
Online.
here, I met them online. I'm just feeling close, maybe. But I really go out of my way to contact them and say hello and can you help me?
Yep.
It needs a lot of humility, though.
Yeah.
Humility to ask.
If you don't mind, because I've heard this from a lot of OFWs, those I've interviewed maybe 10 or more who are able to go home earlier. There's also they say that there's a stigma in other when OFWs or Filipinos are in other countries. They have a mindset that they cannot do something without having to risk their entire career there. So is that true also for you? Because they have that mindset, they don't want to invest in the Philippines anymore.
Well, for me, I see the Philippines as big potential for business, like a big market. And that's crazy. If you can invest here, especially if you're Filipino, you must. Yeah, that's like New Zealand has 4.5 million population. And Philippines has 110 million. So
Very productive. no?
Yeah.
Especially in the mountains. They do it for fun. Okay, just kidding. Okay, so would you say that your surroundings or your peers and friends were of the same mindset to you when you were there?
not all.
Okay.
Not all. Some even cannot, I don't know, they cannot even imagine living here for more than a
Wow.
month.
Wow.
I would say it's chaotic here. But, of course, my family is here.
Yep.
And I want to spend time with them.
Okay.
So I think that's the emotional side of it. You decide.
That you want to be with your family.
Yeah, at the same time, for me, it's only business that can help us grow
Yeah.
exponentially.
Yep.
That's actually how I decided to turn from a nurse to an entrepreneur, because even if I work for 16 hours as a nurse,
The
my
same.
income will be, in
Yep.
the last 9 years, maybe I had $10 increase and that's it. per
Time in
hour.
exchange for money, right?
Yes. So here's my advice to all OFWs. You need to have a game plan. Definitely it will not happen
Yeah.
if you don't plan it. So for me, the best investment is to invest in yourself first, in learning. And there's this company that really helped me as well. Really have this very specific guide on how you can go through from a saver and then investing.
Yep.
And then of course you have to look for sideline while working.
Yep.
As an OFW, and it's all possible online, you gotta explore it.
Yep.
And check Ascend Financial or Ascending Life. There's a link below, and we give a lot of free training if you want to learn more. So just to add, very important for OFWs, of course we want to help our family, but giving them money is really not the best way to do it. You gotta help them stand on their own,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you
Very
gotta
important.
have limits and boundaries. And it has to be budgeted as well, how you help your family. So yeah, you gotta do it together, not just you and just giving and giving. That's
Do it
not the
together.
right way to do it.
Okay.
You're just limping them actually if you do that.
Thank you so much, Tin. Thank you. I hope you are able to learn just as I am learning with Crestine right now. And what I really appreciate is the value of really helping the family. At the same time, of course, taking care of yourself. And Tin, by the way, can you just invite the people for those who want to start a business, a franchise business?
Yeah, so all OFWs, we would help you if you want us to guide you how you can start a business with your family, you can visit www.shakeandslurp.com, or you can check us in Facebook and contact us. Yeah.
How about your personal contact? For example, those who want to learn also for online marketing?
Yes, online marketing. I have this blog. I call it The Truly Rich Lifestyle, inspiring OFWs to live a happy, healthy, and wealthy life.
Wow, I
And
like the healthy part.
You can visit my website at www.ChristineCarson.com.
Thank you so much, Tin. Hope you are able to apply what you have learned today. More than anything else, I know you are inspired, but of course, the inspiration is so good, but it all boils down to action. So please take action. The first way to take action is ask a question, post a question, comment, like below, share this to your friends, and tag your friends, especially if you're watching this in Facebook or Instagram. By the way, if you're watching this in YouTube, please
Click subscribe.
and of course, ring that bell out there so that you'll be notified when there's new episodes. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is Sir Chubby, helping you and guiding you through the investment guide. Thank you so much and God bless.
Bye. God bless.